Let me know if you need help with your little hurt thumb there, honey.
Can't do nothing
Here.
without a thumb. Hey guys, welcome to It's a Bug's Life. Actually, when we purchased this XJ, it actually came with infinity speakers in a box for us. So today, we're gonna switch out the factory speakers and put in the new infinity speakers. And we're gonna show you how you do it.
All right, bud.
Yes. Another thing we're gonna do is there's a short in our speaker. The speaker works when the door is open, not when it's shut. So we're gonna dig in and see what we can find with that too. As I was exploring the electrical shortage in our speaker, I found the wire is actually coming apart behind this boot, this rubber boot back here, where the wires are, and the rocking back and forth of the wires becomes brittle over time. Very common, we found, when we did some research on the XJs. When we were playing with it, we actually broke it even further. So we're gonna attempt to fix it ourselves. So we need to get into this rubber boot here. You do not want to cut it. You'll never be able to put it all back together again. So we're going to take the boot out from the frame side and shove it into the door. And we'll just take you step by step as we do it. So I put the rubber boot, shoved it back into this hole over here. And now all of the wires are wrapped here in this shrink wrap, this cloth-like wrap. And we got to cut that really gently to get in there.
Checking all our wires here to make sure. So this is the culprit here that broke out of here. Now, the one thing I didn't expect is this being wrapped so heavily with tape all the way back into there. All those other ones look pretty good. It's just these, but we need to be able to get access to good wire here. I know they say you can pull on this gently, but that is really, really tight in there. We may have to take this off and see what's on the back side here.
But this really thick, really shrink wrap was all the way back really far into this tape. So we had to take the kick panel off and see how much slack we had in there, and we noticed that there was a zip tie on the rubber grommet that we had to cut so we could access more of the wire. So we found there was enough slack. We were able to slowly but steadily pull enough of the speaker wire so we'll actually have more access to it, so we'll be able to actually get in there and solder. All right, so we're cutting the wires. I can't do it because my hand still hurts. But this is still my Jeep. So I'm just gonna boss him around and tell him what to do.
Yep, you just tell me what to do.
I'll tell him how to do it.
And what to do.
And what to do.
Okay, so now I need to pull this wire.
Just do it.
This is the culprit here. This is the one we actually broke. That was right in there. But what the original culprit was right here.
Right.
That was our short. And when I was, we were tinkering around with it, this broke off. So, so this is what we're going to have to fix. Now, hopefully I can get enough of this wire. Boy, that's going to be tough.
We can do it.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to solder in a couple pieces, we will, right?
Right. No going back now.
No, there ain't no going back now. So this wire actually, if you look, goes up to our power door lock. So trying to pull this, I would have to untape all this. So I'm not going to do that. I cannot pull any more of this. I've already pulled about as much of this as I dare because it's starting to kind of bind up in here. So what I think I'm going to do is just use a jumper wire and jump between them, and solder it up and put shrink wrap on it and call it macaroni. So let's start stripping some wires. Let's see what kind of shape these wires are in too. How to get this one's going to be kind of tricky. There, we got her.
Looks like good wire.
Yep, that looks okay. Now this one, on the 18, and got that one. So now, these 3 wires just need to be joined. And like I said, I don't think we just don't have enough wire to, and I don't think I can pull this one any further. It pulls this whole unit down here. So we're just gonna have to wire in a little jumper wire.
Let's do it.
Okay. Because this wire we couldn't pull through, obviously. We're just having to do kind of a jumper wire to make him so he's long enough to reach. So what we're doing is we're just using solder paste, flux basically, and then a 60-40 lead solder. 60-40 lead solder.
Heat from the bottom and put the solder on the top. Adding a little flux.
It's just kind of a curious position. Now the shrink wrap's going to be kind of tough because there's not a lot of room. Just like that, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Now, I need a baby piece of shrink wrap. That easy. So I know it ain't the prettiest right there, but it is a really, really tight place to work in and join in.
These baby wires.
3 wires right there is tough. So hopefully I can get it hot enough to at least get it soldered, and I'll just have to electrical tape it.
Yep.
Because my shrink wrap right now is it's too small. But it is what it is. All right, let me get this timed up. That should work.
Awesome.
Yeah, if I had a bigger shrink wrap, I should have got a bigger shrink wrap and just got it and put it on over it. You know what? But
Hindsight's always 20/20.
I'll electrical tape it. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a nice watertight connection there for sure. But it's too late now.
Good job, babe.
Now the whole reason we're doing this is because Buggy wanted new speakers, but this speaker wasn't working. So again, we thought it was just the short wire, which it was. Now we've got it fixed. So this is what we're replacing the speakers with, but this speaker doesn't have ends like this. It's got ones where you take the wire, put it in there, and screw it in. So we are going to try. Cut. Now we're committed.
We are committed.
We are committed. Nice fresh wire.
That's it? You're just putting the wires behind the screws like that?
Yep.
We don't get to solder?
Oh, that ain't holding very good. It's actually, I didn't realize it's supposed to go down in these holes down in here.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
So we ran to the store and got this bullet connector, but they have these holes, so we're gonna need this bullet connector to connect our speaker wires to the positive and negative here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of soldering. Already got the shrink wrap down here. I've already got a little bit of the flux on here, the lead-free solder paste. I've already got some flux on the speaker wire. I'll put a little bit of solder on the end of my soldering gun.
I'll be your helping hand.
Thank you.
Yeah, just hold it right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. A few extra degrees. Come on, flux. And I'm dripping. See it going down the...
Alright, that worked. Now we're going to pull our heat shrink up onto our connector a little bit. And we're going to shrink her up. There we go. And we've got 2 good connections now that will fit into our speaker holes. Tighten the screws down, we're good to go.
Improvised shrink wrap.
Yeah, we're trying, aren't we?
We are. We're doing it.
It's kind of working.
I think so.
Yeah, it's kind of working. That might be it.
All right. I love it. All taped up.
Yeah.
Bringing out the rubber boot.
We don't want that. Boy, that is a bear. But it's definitely,
Look at you.
Definitely the way to do it. Oh.
Good job.
All right, it definitely takes some, I was gonna say elbow grease, but definitely takes some finger grease. Getting the rubber boot back from inside the door, in between the two, and seated back on both sides. But definitely worth it, not cutting it. It's a great tip to take this, shove it all the way back in the door. You have complete access to your wires here to work, and we are all soldered back up, all wires connected, heat shrinked, and electrical taped and protected.
Fantastic.
Yep, just like Bug told me to do.
Yes, of course.
Just like Bug told me to do.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so we've got kick panel back on, the kick plate back on, speaker connected, and now we're throwing her in. And then Bug's gonna be able to listen to its
Dave Matthews
like it wants to.
Baby, this has been so cool. Learning how to solder.
How to fix everything on your Jeep,
How to
right?
fix everything.
Yeah.
Never knew what was behind that old rubber boot.
And you're just telling me what to do, so.
You've been so obedient.
I thought you were gonna say so helpful and such a good teacher, but okay, so that's it. All we gotta do is throw the door panel back on, and you're good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
Thanks for watching. It's a Bug's Life. Hope you found today's video informative and fun. Please be sure and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave any comments below. I'll reply to them all. And stick around for some bloopers, and we'll see you next time.
Let me know if you need help with your little hurt thumb there, honey.
Can't do nothing
Here.
without a thumb. That has broken. As I was today we're going to replace the speakers on both of the, we're going to replace the speakers. Okay. What are we doing? All right. Oh, okay.